to Centurion and today we are reviewing from Star Wars The Black Series and Star Wars The Mandalorian from the Disney Plus show Migs Mayfield, or as you know is Bill Burr. But to be honest, I know him more as Migs Mayfield. Being a UK guy, I don't really know this guy. I think he's more of an American comedian. I may be wrong and maybe just looking down the wrong way here, but yeah, he's looking pretty cool. Really like the lightness. There's a lot of accessories here in the window which I like, but I think it's the pistol kind of like replicated about 4 times across there. We got him on the side here, a nice Migs Mayfield on this side. On the back picture once again, it's number 27 in The Mandalorian. Jesus, that's loads. And he's a hot-headed ex-Imperial sharpshooter, looking pretty nice. And yeah, what we do, we'll crack them open. We'll do some comparison shots with the other Migs that we do have on the shelf as well, and see if that is a different head sculpt or they just made that and then that. I'm not too sure. So I guess without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack. Obviously, again, there's no other accessories. I don't know why I say hidden accessories, because they don't come with a lot of accessories now. Back in the day, they used to have little hidden accessories that you couldn't even see in the box, but now I think they chuck it all up there. So we just get them out for our first impressions. And I think the actual sculpt on this guy looks really nice, actually. The body does look quite basic, though, from the back. But the head sculpt and all that, nonetheless, looks really nice. So we're going to go away, put him through his poses, and we'll see you. Welcome back. Been away, we're taking his pictures, and what can I say about this figure? Well, to be honest, first of all, my anticipation for this guy wasn't highly great. To be honest, I just thought it's Migs Mayfield from season 1. I'll just get him to go on the shelf because it's more of his iconic look. But saying that, this guy has kind of blown me away. I actually feel like he's more like Marvel Legends or even Power Rangers with the articulation in there. I really feel and hope that Black Series, this is the way forward. Although he hasn't got butterfly joints and stuff like that, it doesn't really hinder his movement here. So he comes with 5 accessories, 4 of which are exactly the same, which is this tiny little pistol that he has. It's done in a nice gun grey. It's not that horrible plastic we've had before, and with a brown grip as well. It holds it quite nicely in his trigger finger, and taking a closer look as well, we can look at the details on there. Looking at the actual prop as well, it should just have more silvering over the top of it, but I'm not expecting that, to be honest with you. So these actually plug into his little holsters that he has on his chest. I've got one in here already situated, and also on this side. The other gun that he can have, he actually holds it in his left hand on a nice trigger finger as well, which is pretty cool. And these can actually fit down into his holsters down on his belt. I've got one sitted in here already, but it's quite hard to do so I won't do it on camera. But these flip up and the gun sits right down because they are quite large compared to the gun itself. So by the time you get it in there, it's right down the bottom. The other accessory he comes with is his jetpack. Well, not his jetpack, but his backpack. Again, it's just in the gun grey. It's on this sort of arm that can bend down. So we've got like a little rotation part up here, and they've got another hinge here, and there's no more other hinges. It can't like turn left or right, unfortunately, but it's pretty cool. The only thing I would say about it is that the peg, sometimes it fits in okay, sometimes not, but typical Black Series, the peg is not long enough, so it does fall out more often than not. So if you want to keep it in there, I would suggest probably just gluing it into place. So the last, well, then we can go through his articulation. To be honest with you, he hasn't got no more accessories. So his head, he can turn left, he can turn right, he can look down, and he can look up. He's got a bit of swagger in there, and as you can see, he's actually got lower neck movement down there and the upper neck as well, if you do hold it in place. Full rotation here at the arm, and it comes up to this far. Rotation at the elbow, more than 90 here. We've got a rotation, and he's also got a hinge that goes up and down, so you can get a really nice sort of gun pivot on that part. He's got rotation just at the torso, but it is a little bit hindered by his harness, unfortunately. So we've got left and right. He can crunch down this way and crunch back that far. Leg wise, he can come up this far, forward, back. He's got upper thigh rotation there. We have a knee, which is, I think, is actually quite a nice knee. It's situated quite nice, and we've got the rotation here as well. No boot cut, but we have a rocket and a pivot at the ankle, and he's got really nice sized feet as well. So when you want to put him into those poses, he's actually got a lot of weight down there, which really hold him into place. So looking at the actual figure itself, and as I said, it is quite basic. The face sculpt itself is a really nice look of the actor, Bill Burr. And I just think it looks pretty cool. I have compared to the one that came out previously, and I just think it is exactly the same, but I just feel like it's on a larger scale. And the paint is definitely different on there as well. I think he's got a bit of funky eye going on with this one, but at least he has the helmet in place. But I just, even looking around, you can see like the chins are just slightly, this one's a little bit more pointier, but I'm not too sure if it's because of the actual paint apps on there, because his beard is more prominent on this one. Although putting on the helmet from the tank driver on here, it feels a lot smaller, when this one actually feels like it kind of plonks on and sticks on there as well. So looking at the rest of the figure, he's got this kind of little jumper that goes underneath. We've got all the stitching and stuff on there, which is quite nice. The harnesses are all painted. Maybe needs a little bit more silver on there. We've got a silver clip here, but all these other parts need silvering. Going down to the actual harness of his holsters as well. And I think the good thing about this is actually it's not done in that horrible kind of brown plastic that we've had before. I think they have learnt the lessons, because the plastic they used to use before was this kind of brown here. Looking around on the back, we've got more of that harness, and I really like this kind of wrinkled part that's actually kind of sculpted in rather than just being a straight one, which is quite nice. And looking around, you've got all the leather looking marks and stuff on there, which is pretty cool. The arms itself, they feel quite smooth. Not a lot of wrinkles and stuff going on there, but it all situated in the right place. His hands, they look pretty nice. We've got these sort of biker gloves kind of parts on there. And then going down to his legs, again, more smoothness, but we've got a couple pockets. And then down to his boots as well, with that stitching and other parts on there, and around to his back. So yeah, all in all, actually, I think it's a really good figure. If you could pick this up for retail value or lower, then I think you're definitely being for a good surprise, to be honest with you. He's a really good guy. So just bringing in a few more, we'll do some size comparisons. So we bring in the Japanese Spider-Man here, so you can see that's the Marvel Legends side of it. We can bring in the Power Ranger as well, and which I think kind of fall in line with the actual Black Series kind of sizing as well. Is he going to stand? Are you going to stand up? There he is. And then we also have some G.I. Joe, and I have Barbecue here, which always come in up a little bit larger than life, to be honest with you. And then we could bring in, the last but no means least, the actual Mandalorian, if you just fit on the end here. And they're about the same sort of size, which is quite nice. So thank you so much for joining me in this one. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, ding that bell, follow me on Instagram, where you see more pictures of this dude for sure. And take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye!